So I'm going to talk about something that I felt so stupid of and figured out on my own these past few days. And then when reading 6, it confirmed it to me. But this is my thoughts. So at the end of book 5, I thought 2 other people were the one who sent someone to inform the male lead about the vow. And then these past few days, thinking about the book 5, I realized that it so obviously was the emperor who had sent someone to inform the male lead about the vow, because it's only the emperor and the main character who knew about the vow. So how did anyone else find out about it if the emperor and the main character was the only people who knew about it? Also, how could have this person got hold of the male lead when the male lead was under severe protection and be able to inform the male lead of this without being caught? It so obviously had been the emperor, and I feel so stupid for not figuring it out until afterwards reading 5 and spending the 2 days unable to read 6, realizing I felt so stupid that it was so obviously the emperor. Yiming Lake informs the main character that the male lead's brain has been completely destroyed. So yes, he'd already been warned by To Brush Away not to allow any more harm to come to the male lead. If any more mental damage comes to the male lead, his mind will be completely utterly broken until he's able to get his 2 missing soul parts back. If he doesn't, he'll be completely crushed. And she tells him that the male lead his mind has been mentally broken. He's even off way worse than he was in book 1 and 2. That's how badly he's been mentally crushed. The main character decides to take the male lead in searching for somebody who could help restore the male lead's 2 missing soul parts to bring him back to who he was beforehand, because if he doesn't get it back, he will fall more and more deeply into becoming a demon or losing himself. And the main character does not want this. They have suffered enough, and he wants to save the male lead before their future is completely, utterly destroyed. They had so much time ruined already, and he doesn't want to lose any more. The male lead and main character, they discover that Morning Sun's clan has been there, and with them is also Close and Evening Snow, because again, Evening Snow is Morning Sun's half-brother, and Close is his adopted uncle. So yes, they're going to be at this event, and they're doing a sacrificial rite thing because Morning Sun's and Evening Snow's father is passing away, and he needs to do one more last duty before he passes away. The main character and Melly, they overhear a conversation between Close and a restaurant owner. Specifically, these facts go into the main character's head, but over the male lead's head, because again, the male lead is way worse off than he was in book 1 and 2, so he's not picking up information very well. Well, the facts that the main character learns is Close and the male lead are related. They are maternal cousins. This is also when he finds out the male lead and Mercy are brothers. They're half-brothers. He's learning all these facts at this time. That Close and the male lead's mothers were well known for their beauty, and their father protected and cared for them, and wouldn't allow any noble to take them as concubines, because again, they will never be able to become main wives of nobility because of their commoner birth. So he didn't allow anyone to come for them. He wanted them to find a husband that would truly love them. Well, Morning Sun's and Evening Snow's father could not take a no as an answer, kills the women's father, the male lead's maternal grandfather, kills him and takes off with the 2 women. Close's mother, to protect the male lead's mother from the hands of Morning Sun's and Evening Snow's father, which is also Close's father, thank you very much, decided to sleep with the man and be a servant, obedient concubine, which drifted a relationship between her and her sister, because her sister thought she was abandoning revenge and hatred towards this man to have a better, leaseful life after what that man did to their father. This really destroyed their relationship, but this woman was doing everything she could to protect her sister from being laid upon by this disgusting pig who had killed their father. She discovered the identity of the male lead's father, who was also Mercy's father, and set a way where her sister could escape the hands of Close, Morning Sun's, and Evening Snow's father. She drugged her sister to completely forget who she was. They were at a hunt where a lot of nobility would be at. Left her sister at a place where Melis's and Mercy's father would find her and take her in. What she did not know was, one, that Close's father would figure out who that girl's identity was. Fear of what could possibly happen if the girl's memories came back. And the Melis's father would protect her if he married her. So he made sure the relationship between the two was destroyed. And I was correct. Reading book 5, I thought it was highly suspicious this man was butting his head into a relationship that he shouldn't have been involved in. He had done something to the Melis's mom, and here it was. He had kidnapped the poor woman's father, was raping her sister, and had full intentions to rape her too, if it had been for her sister and she escaping. No surprise he wanted to ruin the relationship between her and the Melis's father to keep from anything coming to him later down the line. What happens to Close's mother? She has to run away because she knows the man will go for her head, and she sooner or later finds out she's pregnant. Now, she had gotten poisoned by demon poison or something, which sooner or later drove her insane. And she also gave her child up, Close up, when she found a temple because she didn't want to raise her rapist's child, but she, at the same time, later down the line, regretted giving up her child. Like, she would make sure that her child ended up in safe hands, but then turned around, wanted to chase after the person so she could take her baby back, but was unable to. And we all know the person who took the baby was Close's adopted sister. Yes, such a messy storyline going on here. But, oh my god, is that man disgusting. Close, Morning Sun's, and Evening Snow's father disgusting. The main character, to stop Close from harming anyone, informs Close of his relationship with the Melis, saying that he hasn't completely lost family. He still has the Melis, who is his maternal cousin, and he should actually get to know and be with the Melis, because the Melis really need someone right now. But they won't fully tell the Melis the truth of his background right now because he, again, can't mentally handle it. And Close agrees that he will push back his revenge until after he gets to know the Melis and gets to take care of the Melis. And the main character also informs him to trust and believe in the Melis, that what the Melis did, he had reasons for. The main character finds out that Close broke his promise to him and is going on a murdering rampage at the Cyclical Rites. He arrives there, he discovers the little girl who befriended the Melis. She's crying, pleading in for help. They get farther into the cave that the sacrificial rites is happening. Close is slaughtering people. He's trying to harm and kill Evening Snow and Morning Sun. Evening Snow is pleading at him, begging him not to do this. The main character steps in. He starts fighting Close. And, like, it is a whole scene. And I'm like, do not fight Close. Fight Evening Snow. He should not be trusted. He should not believe. The moment I found out this man was going to the sacrificial rites, even though his family practically disowned him, I knew he should not be trusted. Yet, Close is the one who keeps getting targeted and fought, and I get it. It looks like he is the main villain, especially what he said to Morning Sun and Evening Snow. And, like, Morning Sun uses his family's technique and skills to fight them and even harm Close to stop Close's, killing rampage. And that's when, obviously, Evening Snow shows that he was the true villain this entire line. And I was like, so obvious that he was the true villain. So obviously that he was the real villain.